Computer. Hello, I'm Debbie Danford from craftiercreations.blogspot.com, and I'm here today with my Stampin' Buddy, um, Tracy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Tracy Evans Langley, and I am the East Coast portion of our East Meets West stamping team.
Yes, thank you. I should have said that at the beginning. Yes, we are here doing our little commercial that we like to do for our East Meets West Creativity Kit. And I am, of course, on the West Coast portion. I'm from Arlington, Washington. And for our next class, which is going to be on May 31st, Tracy and I decided to choose one of the new online exclusive bundles that we fell in love with when we saw it. But
We
of
did.
course, we had other commitments, so we have been pushing off finally getting to play with it as we were getting ready to do our advertisement for this class. So I'm going to go ahead and spotlight my hands here
Okay.
and then I'll show you what's included. So in the bundle, if you decide to add this on, and it's called the Textured Notes bundle, it's got some great leaves here, and you've got a couple accent stamps, and then of course some nice words that go with it. But the great thing with this bundle is the dies that come with it. We've got two, four, six, eight rectangle dies that all have a little bit different pattern on the edge, and they are awesome. I love these new dies.
Yeah. And they, even though they're all different, they work really nicely together. Um,
They do.
so
I've
you
noticed
can
the same
layer
thing.
them. You don't have to be afraid about layering them, even though the edges are a little different for all of them.
Exactly. Yeah, they work really well together. So that's the bundle that we are using that all the projects will be based on. Now we're gonna Tracy and I each make four projects, and in the kit that you'll get, you're gonna get a roll of this white woven ribbon. Say that three times fast.
No.
And this is what it looks like. I know it's kind of hard to see, but
And
it's
it's very it looks thicker on the camera, but it's actually just a fourth of an inch, so it is actually quite, it's narrow, it's very soft and pliable, it's really easy to use.
it is, yeah. Like you can see that it's really easy to tie with and all those kinds of things. And then you'll get a full pack of the neutral matte dots, which we have the white, the black, the basic beige, and pecan pie are in here. They are great and they're easy to color with. Then you're going to get a third of a pack because this pack actually has three of each pattern in it. It has the same amount of 12 by 12 paper as they all do. It's just this time they went with less patterns and more for each one. And this one is called the Woven Texture Designer Series paper. And you've got these three patterns as we would call the A side. And then this is what I guess or what I like to call like the back side, the B side of it. And this one here is probably one of my favorites because you can stamp on it. It's more of like a linen
Yeah.
pattern and easy to stamp on. I really like this one. So that's kind of one of my go-tos. And the color palette in here is pretty simple. It's basic beige, crumb cake, early espresso, gray granite, and pecan pie. So some great neutral colors there.
Yeah.
So you'll get a third a pack of that in 12 by 12. And then you'll get um, a half a pack of the botanical textures. And mine are in 6 by 6 because I had cut some of them down for the event I did last Saturday. And it kind of makes it easier to show it in the camera too. But these are all black and white. And here I'm going to fan out the patterns here. But this also comes in the 12 by 12. So you got what would be like the A side, and then the B side is more of neutral tone um, shades here, pattern designs, I guess you want to say. So that's the paper you'll get with it. Um, Now, Tracy, how much is our class?
Oh my gosh, you left all the hard stuff for me. Our class is 57.50, and that will include the half a pack of cardstock of the black and white that Debbie just showed you. and also a third of a pack of the, oh my goodness, I knew I was going to say the wrong thing. The texture one is the black and
Woven
white is
textures and
the
one's
botanical
botanical
texture.
textures. Oh, she froze for a minute, so I'll pick up where she left off. Sometimes she has there. Are you back, Tracy? Nope, she's not back yet.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. Okay, anyway, so then we get the lovely neutral stuff that Debbie just showed you. The basket one is my favorite. And you'll get the bling and the half a roll, and then you'll get all the goodies to make 8 projects, as well as a goodie from Debbie and me, access to the private Facebook group, and prize patrols, and the all of those wonderful things are 57.50.
Yes, and that does include shipping and handling.
Yes, it does.
Um, and then Tracy and I both always offer a bonus class. My bonus class is going to be, I'm going to use the You Are Remarkable, which is also an online exclusive stamp set. You've probably maybe seen some samples of it already. And here is one sample I've made with this one that I just whipped together literally before we got on. So um, this is the ribbon, and I just colored it with one of our Stampin' Blends. So yeah, simple. And you have the option to add on they call it mini corrugated embossing folder, but there's nothing mini about it. I don't know why they gave it the name mini. I think it's because the corrugated part, they're not as big as some of the corrugated folders and stuff I think we've seen before. I think
Right.
they're a little bit smaller, but it's not a mini versus it's not one of the like half size embossing folders. It's a standard size. And I forgot to grab that. So
Okay.
that's the sample for that. Now my bonus class is 26.50, and Tracy is using the Kiss of Texture, which is 32. And I'll have her show hers in just one second.
And I
Um,
have the embossing folder, so I can show.
oh, good. And Tracy will show the embossing folder here in a minute too. The only last thing before I switch to her hands is I'm going to show you a couple sneak peeks of projects that may or may not make it into the pick. We have not done a final pick yet, but here's the first one I made. And this is with that linen looking paper. And then I sponged it or blending brush with Misty Moonlight. And then I also use the elements of text behind here to stamp with, and then just stamp that one leaf, first, second, and third generation, and then stamp my greeting down there. And I did color the ribbon, but I just used a blending brush just to make it a very lighter color versus when you use the marker. And I thought that actually just added a little bit
Yeah.
of color to it. So you don't always have to use a marker to change the color on it. And then I wanted to make one in black and white just to use that paper. And so I did a fun fold this way and just stamped the bigger flower a couple times there and then a greeting and added the black bling with it. So there's a couple samples that I have already made that, like I said, we may or may not use or pick. So now I'm going to go ahead and highlight Tracy's hands here, and she'll show you the embossing folder.
Okay. And in a rare moment, I actually have more samples than I need right now. So Debbie's really proud of me. So just to show you, this is the embossing folder. So that's what I think you can see it a little better with a piece of
Yeah,
cardstock.
no, I like it.
Um,
Yeah.
I think it's mini, and it is actually one of the 6x6. I think it's mini because instead of like our old crimper that would have done the same thing that had really kind of big chunky folds, this one is kind of they're small,
Yeah.
so it's kind of fun. I like that. I like it a lot. As Debbie said, I am going to be using the Kiss of Texture, and I'm going to be honest, I did get my stamps put together, but I was so excited about the textured notes and playing with all this pretty paper. I didn't get a sample made, but I promise I'll get one out and post one in the next couple of days. So there's that. And then, okay, so I'll show this one first. This was actually, if you tuned into our NC Demos blog hop Sunday night, this was my sample from Sunday night,
Very
which
pretty. I like it.
but it's a little mini 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 little card, but it can go in a regular standard envelope, which I love that. And like Debbie, I did some random stamping. and just loved using these dyes. So I think they're kind of fun. So I
Oh,
mixed it up and did some pink. And then, okay, Debbie, this one probably is going to make the cut because I really like it a lot.
I do
Um,
too. I like that one a lot too.
yeah. And so, and it's again using this is probably my favorite DSP, the basket weave looking, because I like to make my baskets, right? So it goes
Yep.
with that. And then I just did a little rock and roll. So we're going to do a little technique-y. Oh, and hey, Debbie, look, I even stamped this.
Woohoo! Look at that. I didn't even
Are
show
you
the
proud of me
insides.
that you're
Yes, I
rubbing this on?
am. Look at that.
So yeah, so this one I did case a little, but I do love the way it looks. So, and I really like these matte dots. They're kind of a nice size. They don't stick up too much. I think they'll be fine in the mail. So I really like those a lot.
I have to agree about the matte dots, even the larger size. There's two different sizes, but even the larger size of the two aren't that big. And I don't think there'll be issues with them, like you said, when we go to mail
Yeah,
them.
yeah. And I did something funky this time with my. I kept trying to get into them, so I just cut the top of my uh, card
Oh
thing
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So that kind of was helpful because then I could see what I was doing.
I know, and sometimes that little flappy thing gets
It was
kind of
getting
gets
in
in
my
the
way.
way.
So I was
Yeah.
I was really jamming it out, and so he was in my way. So yeah, so but great. I love this set. I know I say this every time we do one of these, but I think this is my favorite
We do
because I
tend to
really
say
like
that.
this paper.
Yes, and it'll be fun to work with. And like I also said, as we both said, the dyes are are to die for. Um,
They are.
yeah, they are. So anyway, just as a reminder, our registration will come out tomorrow, and the last day to register is May 10th.
And
Um,
if you remember, if you refer somebody new who hasn't joined us for one of our virtual events, you and that person both get a little extra goodie. So it's a
you do.
surprise.
And sorry for the background noise. My grandkids just came in the door. They have half day today for conferences. So anyway, sorry about that. You never know in my house. It's either the dogs or the grandchildren coming in. So anyway,
Yes.
if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact either one of us. We are here to answer questions, but we hope you will join us at our next East Meets West Creativity Kit. And just as one quick reminder, we usually do it as a Facebook Live. And Tracie and I are usually on Zoom and we go live on a private Facebook group. But because of the changes that Facebook is making now, we are not going to go live. We're just going to go via Zoom and we're going to record it and we will put it out on the Facebook private group. So,
Right. But you're invited to join us for the Zoom portion.
yes, yes, we will put the Zoom link out on the private Facebook group. Once you register, we will send you an invite to the private Facebook group. And but yeah, Facebook's making their changes, so we have to adapt to what they're doing. So anyway,
And
all right. Well, I think
I think
Tracie,
that's
we
it.
got it all.
Oh, we'll be putting the link for sign up out tomorrow, correct?
Yes, yes. Registration will start tomorrow, and again, it will end on May 10th. So register quick. Get in there.
Get in there.
Beat
Yes,
everybody else.
absolutely. Well, maybe we'll do something special for the people who you're first person who registers and my first person who
Oh,
registers.
there you
I mean, you
go.
never know. There might, you never know what extra goodies you might get in
There
your.
might be some extra prizes there for the first person that registers. So get in quickly. You never
There you
know.
go.
All right. We will talk to you all later and watch for more samples to come out.
Absolutely.
Bye,
Thanks.
guys.
Bye.